Hello, dear Sun, Moon, and Rising Cancer. My name is Michaela. Welcome to my channel for astrology called Todayenergy. In this video, we will be discussing the most important astrological events for April from your perspective, Cancer, how this will play out for you in your life. It's a very important month. We have two new moons. One of them is a solar eclipse. We have this magical conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. At the end of the month, Pluto goes retrograde. So it's a mixed bag of a lot of energy. We have some tension, we have some karmic events, but as well, we rely on the help from the universe, of course, if we keep our faith. So diving into the month of April, we start the month with a new moon on the 1st of April in 11 degree of Aries. That's your 10th house, and you will feel this new moon, new opportunities, new beginnings, especially if your MC, the beginning of your 10th house, is around 11 degrees of Aries. So this is new opportunities for your career, let's say advancement on the career ladder, changing position, opening your own business. As well, that can be a status change. 10th house is how other people see us. So change of your surname because you're getting married, or maybe you are now engaged. Perhaps some new family members come to your life. So you become a parent or a grandparent or uncle, aunt, Maybe you're moving to a new neighborhood or a new country. So anything new, and don't forget to write down your wishes to plant the seeds of your wish manifestation around this new moon. But if you do forget, you'll have a second chance this time. That's going to be on the 3rd of April when Mercury conjuncts the Sun. Now, generally, ancient astrologers said that when a planet transits too close to the Sun, it's not very good for the planet because it's burned by the huge energy and the rays of the Sun. But in this moment, there is a special moment when the planet is exactly in the middle of the Sun from our Earth perspective, of course. That moment is called Kazimi. That's when it's believed that the planet is honored to have one-to-one special private audience with the ruler of our universe, right? With Sun, who gives us life, and that's our ego. So that's like the God. And so this special moment, if I talk in Bulgarian time, Eastern European time, because I'm located in Bulgaria, that's going to be from 10 o'clock in the evening on the 2nd of April and up until 7:30 in the morning on the 3rd of April. So, for us Bulgarians, that's going to be night time, sleeping. It's going to be, as you see, several hours, but we can receive important insights in our dreams even. So it's good to keep a pen and a paper near bed to write down these genius ideas that might come to our minds, some new plans or visions for the future. Maybe if we meditate in the evening before going to bed, we might come with something really brilliant. So Mercury is like enhanced during those hours. And for you, it's 10th house, so it might be related to your future career plans or like your mission in the world. That's important. As well, there might be some reset after this night, reset of thoughts, of agreements, communication, friendships, plans for traveling, especially because the Sun burns Mercury, and Mercury is like it's like a new moon for Mercury, like we celebrate every time moon and Sun conjunct, but this time Mercury and Sun conjunct. So the old cycle ends and starts the new cycle and new ideas and new thoughts, new agreements. On the 5th, we have Mars conjuncting Saturn at 22 degrees of Aquarius. That's your 8th house. That might be a bit tough energy because Mars, it's action, it's ambitions, it's drive. Yeah, Saturn is like, hey, slow down, think properly, be patient, work hard, right? So it's two different energies together. But if we join ambitions and the seriousness of Saturn, you might have pretty good opportunities for some serious financial projects, especially if we talk about shared resources and finances. So rather, we talk about some income from overall from the family budget, business, mm, the income of your spouse or business partners. Yeah, there might be some cool-headed cool-headed decisions there. Of course, it might be some serious conversations with your intimate partner, maybe even some kind of a friction, but eventually it will lead to clarity, I believe, like what we're doing, where are we standing, are we moving in together, are we having a child together and sharing budget, or each of us goes their own way. The same day, Venus goes into Pisces. That's your ninth house. Venus will be trining you, so that will bring you positive benefits. And Venus is pleasure and money. So you will be maybe spending money for travels or education. Also, you might be receiving money from some international activity environment. Maybe you're a teacher, maybe you work in an international corporation. So that's income, that's pleasant meetings, friendships, and even love, possibly love with someone from abroad. As well, diplomacy in communication with state, governmental institutions, and juridical system. Yeah, some lawyers, judges, and so on. On the 11th, Mercury goes into Taurus. That's your 11th house. So Mercury agitates, stimulates contact, communications, friendships, social events, as well as your plans for your future, your long-term plans and dreams and goals. The same day, Saturn Saturn rules your partners. So on the 5th, Mars joining Saturn, that might bring some spark to your partner, yeah, like some ambition. Yeah, maybe there will be conversations about children even, or upgrade in their financial situation. But on the 11th, they might feel stuck or on a crossroad, because on the 11th, Saturn squares the lunar nodes, the north node in Taurus and south node in Scorpio currently. That's important because when a planet is between the nodes, it's like between the future and the past. Like, should I stay or should I go? Like that famous song. So that's how your partners might feel confused. There might be two options for them. For you, it's about your 8th house, shared finances and passive incomes and intimacy, as well as psychology, like this inner transformations. And 11th and 5th house. So maybe you might join some groups of people who like esoterics, astrology, tarot, psychology. Maybe you will go to some group therapy. It might be as well about really topic about finances, or maybe even your romantic partner or children. On the 26th, no, sorry, on the 16th, we have a full moon at the 26 degrees of Libra, and that's your 4th house. So full moons bring us clarity and news and culminations. So everything that concerns your family, parents, maybe some news from them. One of them goes on retirement, pension, so you celebrate. Maybe there is a baby in the house, new member in the family. 4th house, culmination in finishing hopefully your house repairment works at home. Repairing, property selling, buying, that can be clear. On the 20th, the sun goes into Taurus, and for you, that's 11th house. So more spotlight for your friends, social groups, organizations, clubs of interest that you are visiting, where you have your like-minded people. as well as your long-term goals and plans. On the 27th, it's a beautiful day for romance. Venus conjuncts Neptune, love, creativity, romance, spirituality. But also for you, it's ninth house. So maybe it's traveling to some faraway, exotic, overseas place, or interaction with people from there. Yeah. Yes, or education. Maybe you decide to study psychology. Or something related to pharmaceutics, for instance. On the 29th, Pluto stations to go retrograde. So because it's an outer slow planet, of course, we do feel how Pluto slows down way before the 29th, but let's give it a whole week, the last week of April. The world is filled with Plutonian topics in the mass media. For you, that's seventh house. And especially you will feel it if your ascendant line is about around 28 degrees, because Pluto stations at 28 degrees of Capricorn. So Pluto is about power. Seventh house is about connections. I mean, like relationships, right? Personal relationship, business ones, who has the more power? Was there a control issue? Was there inequality? Maybe you felt pushed or even, God forbids, but maybe harassed or like, disturbed by the person you are with currently. So Pluto will raise on the surface everything that we tend to hide under the carpet. That's, for example, it's a taboo, or it's, not pleasant to confront or to talk about. Well, Pluto doesn't like secrets. So maybe some secrets will be revealed about or in your relationship, about your partners. Maybe it's about business partners. By the way, if we talk about real big business with big investments and money, that also might be on the table for you, because seventh house is about striking deals, signing contracts with people or institutions, and Pluto might be business, governments, or banks, for instance. On the 30th, Mercury goes into Gemini, that's your 12th house. So all this chatty activity goes like the voice within, right? So you start doing some introspection. You have a dialogue with your soul, your emotions, your feelings. You might want to have a diary, dreams. Write down your insights, talk with psychologist, counselor, guru, do mantras, do prayers, meditations. That's really helpful now for the next 2 weeks. And the same day, we have the partial solar eclipse at 10 degrees of Taurus, and that's your 11th house. Now, solar eclipse is like a huge, very powerful new moon, right? So new beginnings. But if usually I say on the new moon that like it's time to, well, like at least plant the seeds and manifest and dream, and then already act further. So in this case, eclipses are karmic events. So even 2 weeks before the day of the eclipse and 2 weeks after, but in this case, 2 weeks after, we have another eclipse. But so, we feel this turmoil of energy when the universe is course correcting us. It's gently pushing us back towards the original plan of the soul, the contract of the soul when it was reincarnating here, like you, right? My soul, like me, with my body, my life, my experience. So depends how far I have wandered out of, my scope of learning, soul lessons, then, I will be significantly returned back to the path. So that might happen. But of course, new beginnings in 11th house, that's maybe new karmic friends are coming to your life. You meet like-minded people who like the same things as you. You join in a group, you support and help each other. You go for common goals. Maybe you have a business and you now meet business partners or maybe clients. Maybe you become popular. 11th house, it's about internet activities and popularity. So, my dear Cancers, that's the month of April. That's how April looks like for you. Thank you for watching this video, for liking it, for subscribing to my channel. I hope the information is helpful for you and interesting for you. I wish you a really powerful and positively important month. See you soon.